Alrighty, everybody, welcome back. It seems that Twitch is behaving a little bit. Yeah, I was finally able to give you your badge back. So I think things are starting to be are starting to do better. Alright, so thanks for the resub, Sly. Bring on the planes. So, before the break, we were able to get through the Mirages, the MiG-29, and the A-10s. So now we're up to the Tomcats. Yeah, present the badge. And for the F-14A, we're going back to Blind Spot because this is an amazing mission and I love playing it. It's also one of the best for Sparrows. And I forgot to save, so oh well. Okay, so unlike usual, I'm actually taking the Osean color, and the rest of them can take the Ukobanian color. Yeah, throw you some motherfucking badge. Unsung War for F-14A canon purposes. I'm actually thinking about doing a canon Ace-5 stream, where I do the story, but only use the canon aircraft. So, the F-5 for the first 4 missions, and then the F-14A for all the rest. But it won't be this stream. But this just happens to be next on the list. So, the F-14A Tomcat. It has a speed of 68, which is pretty good compared to the other lower tier fighters. It has a mobility of 46, but a stability of 56. A defense of 59, so it's pretty tanky. Air-to-air of 72, and an air-to-ground of, well, 26, so don't use this for air-to-ground. Salute to the Tomcat and Tomcat. We get 68 Sidewinders and 10 Sparrows. Large carrier-based air superiority fighter, known as the Tomcat. It is a variable wing adjusts automatically to provide excellent mobility at both high and low speeds. The SP weapon is the SAAM AIM-7 Sparrow. Air-to-air missile with high accuracy and long range. As long as you keep it in that cone, it will hit. So yeah, basically, the Tomcat isn't actually a fighter. It's an interceptor, like the Phantom. In fact, it,
Captain, which plane should I use?
Was the successor to the Phantom in the Navy. But unlike the Phantom was better at, had a secondary role in, strike missions. Whereas the Tomcat had a much better ability to dogfight.
Are we launching in this formation?
That's why it has the speed. Yeah, it has the need for speed. Feel free to populate the chat with Top Gun references.
Hey, kid! Did you take a listen to that song?
Danger Zone.
That bass of the coin is a great tune.
No, I thought you were talking about Danger Zone. But no, the Top Gun, or the Tomcat is one of my favorite fighters of all time. I love its looks. There you go, okay. I can't go inverted for much longer. There, I got a kill inverted. Watch the birdie.
I
But no, the Tomcat is amazing. It's one of the Navy's best fighters and interceptors. Now, granted, it sucks for air to ground, but that's okay because it wasn't built for that. In fact, I actually like specialized fighters, especially for the American Navy, because we're too big of a Navy to afford or to essentially need or go strictly multi. That sort of thinking works for the French and British navies because they're smaller. But the American Navy has at least 7 to 10 operational nuclear fleet carriers. So we have the ability to be specialized, and I think we should. I'm not saying we shouldn't have any multi-roles, but we should also have purpose-built fighters, interceptors, and strike fighters. Because right now the Hornet's trying to do all of it, and it's starting to feel the burn, so to speak. Also, fun fact, tab back into the stream, got thrown off by being in the game, being in HD. This is the PS4 port. Because until I get a good PC that can run a capture card without crying, I can't stream off the PS2. Damn it. Although once I do, I'm streaming Ace Zero. I guess I can kill these guys before I go out to the next thing. Yep, your fault. But no, interesting fact, the other the one nation other than the United States that used the Tomcat a lot is actually Iran. And that's because before the fall of the Shah, the Grumman exported quite a few Tomcats, like at least 100, to the Shah's Air Force. Then, after the fall of the Shah, we kind of broke ties. Hello, fellow aces! Welcome to the Aircraft Showcase. We're featuring the Tomcat right now. And I'm just kind of spouting random trivia about the Tomcat that I know of. No. I don't know what you're talking about, Chopper, don't ask me!
Restore communication link. The Ocean planes are firing on a school packed with civilians. They're at the engineering college. Whoever's violating orders, cease fire immediately. What idiots doing that? Attention, units operating in sector Charlie Omega. Attacks on civilians are forbidden. That's right near us. Hell, that's where we're supposed to be operating. You see those idiots anywhere?
Yeah, most of the NATO allies either built their own fighters, like the Typhoon for Europe, or Japan just went with the F-15.
Damn it, the Ocean bastards. This is Thunderhead. War Dog, did you engage in an attack on a civilian facility?
Yeah, totally.
Same? Why would we do that? Weren't you watching from up there?
You mean... Wait, Sly, I thought that these E-67, 67s were civilians. Are they not actually civilian aircraft?
That's what I hate about war. No matter who starts it, it always comes to this.
I'm giving I'm giving Thunder Blockhead shit. Because like, did you attack a civilian target? No! But if you're gonna give me the option to say yes, I will.
They're firing.
Because I love being sarcastic. You're just waiting for Ace Combat Future Jets getting real someday. Hopefully like an ADF 11F. If any
Guidance. Missile.
future Ace Combat Jet's gonna be coming into real life, it would actually probably be... I don't think it'd be the Grunder planes. I think it would either be the Wyvern or the Nosferatu. You thought I was being serious, and you were ready to come all the way to Kansas City in a snowstorm to slap my face in. I appreciate your dedication.
You're being spiked by enemy radar. Radar lock. Blaze, Fox 2. Missile hit. Nice kill.
But now, Kyo, I think the Exo 2 and the Nosferatu are better bets for possibly being IRL. The Grunder planes have too much advanced tech right now.
Are you sure our planes are gonna make it to the base? Target hit.
It's described, yeah, it's a 7th gen
Fox 2.
aircraft. Unless Germany goes Grunder Industries. Actually, the real world company that reminds me most of Grunder Industries is actually Lockheed.
Blaze, Fox 2. Missile hit.
I think that's actually what they were going with.
Transport plane shut down.
The Exo 2 is also a disaster, and yeah, it is, but I think it's...
Missile hit.
If they either have the wings fixed,
All enemy transports and jammers and
open or closed, it might be better. Or it could fly. I think it's the way the wings open and close, that's the engineering disaster. Although the Nosferatu, let's be honest, it's just a thick flanker. And I love it so much.
Halting the Yuktobanian army's airborne withdrawal from the Vostok Peninsula. However, a Yuktobanian civilian complex and engineering university has been attacked.
But that was the
This attack
Tomcat.
occurred in an area within
An
operating range
easy S rank, didn't come close to running out of missiles. It is a great aircraft. I love it a lot. And that livery, the War Dog livery, the reason why I switched to it was because that is based off the American VF-84, then later VF-103 Jolly Rogers. Hello, Geo! Happy New Year! But the most thick aircraft is the ACX Fregata, not AC-3. I don't think the Fregata was an AC-3, but I know it was an ACX and Joint Assault. And you're right, that is a thick girl there. But anyway, we're moving on to the next aircraft on our list. Says, at last, Twitch V2'd your stream so that I can watch you live. Yeah, the Fregata is thick with like 13 C's. Thick. But yes, the F-14B. We actually gain speed, mobility, and stability from the A model. So this is actually better air-to-air, possibly, than, at least in a dogfight, than the A model Tomcat. With all those engines, it deserves all those C's. We also gain some defense. So we have a 78, 54, 61, and 60. Our air-to-air dropped by about half, but we also don't have Sparrows anymore. But our air-to-ground rose dramatically. And we have 70 Sidewinders and 12 bombs. The aircraft type is an attacker. This carrier-based aircraft brings air-to-ground capabilities to the F-14A. Nicknamed the Bombcat, its already impressive payload capacity has been significantly enhanced. Special weapon, guided penetrating bomb. Once dropped, this bomb glides towards a target. The model for it is the GBU-31 JDAM, which isn't always the case. In other Ace Combat games, the Tomcat's guided penetrating bomb is a paveway. The bomb knows where it is. Exactly. Like last time, we are taking the Ocean livery because it's Jolly Rogers, and I love the Jolly Rogers. And then the wingmen get the Yuktobanian skins.
Captain, which plane should I use? We're launching with this formation then?
War Dog, launch.
Also, for the... when I finally get around to doing the cannon stream, because it has the same War Dog livery, I am considering the F-14B Tomcat to be a cannon aircraft. Whether or not it is or not, I don't care.
Change your course. Change it to where? This is Air Ixiom, flight 30.
But it still has the same War Dog livery. I will take it.
They're Allied fighters taking off on an emergency mission. All flights be heads up for mid-air collisions. A fighter?
But yeah, in real life, the F-14, or the Navy did equip the Tomcat for bombing missions to help supplement the Hornet. Because by then the Intruder had been retired, and the Hornet was feeling a little bit estranged, so the Tomcat took over with some JDAMs. Yeah, it doesn't have this technically the same livery, but it's close enough. I want to count it. And it'll be my stream.
I know, kid. I won't neglect the mission in front of us.
Nice kill!
Although trying to do a cannon run for A7 is going to be interesting for the spare. I'd probably just stick with the S-16, to be honest.
All units, altitude and radio silence restrictions are rescinded. Enemy aircraft scramble confirmed.
Good kill!
Oh yeah, I need to give these guys orders.
Engaging at will.
Hey, what's all the ruckus outside?
Now the Tomcat,
Personnel.
I said before, I'll say it again, this is a sexy plane.
Going on? We just learned that several aircraft of unknown origin are inbound. What? You sure it's not some false report? We've spotted them on our radar as well. This is for real.
In fact, after watching Top Gun, I wanted to join the Navy so I could fly this beautiful bird.
I can't attack. I keep thinking about all the people in those houses down below.
But unfortunately,
Look at all the enemies on the IFF.
Where? Down below? On the ground?
the unexpected visitor.
Military transport planes.
By then, Salty, Trigger is in the LRSSG, and yeah, his cannon aircraft for most of the LRSSG is an F-15C. But for spare, no one really knows what his cannon aircraft is. Because in my headcanon, McKenzie kind of didn't actually log what his aircraft is because he didn't care.
Did you hear that just now?
Trigger is different.
They say enemy tanks have appeared out of transport planes to the airport. What the hell's going on? How did they sneak in here?
is definitely the F-16.
But this is obviously just a diversion.
You damn fool.
All units, commence attack. Target must be completely destroyed. Keep it fully in cut.
But as for Spare, I personally think he would keep the S-16. I could also see an argument for the Starfighter, F-104. Like I said, I think it's the S-16 for Spare because of the way the Spare markings work. They still have his Fort Gray's tail code.
But we can't just abandon it.
So I would think the S-16, but I'm not exactly 100% sure. And I don't think anyone really is.
Civilian planes. We have to be careful. Use
So if I did a cannon run of A7, for Spare, I would probably either use the 16 or the Starfighter,
Right now.
the F-104.
Can't you help us land here? This is OWA Flight 783. We're running out of fuel, too.
Are you listening to me? This is war here. The freight terminal's getting shot at.
Yeah,
This is a civilian airport.
I see your point, Salty.
So this is their retaliation for that.
But for the sake of the stream, I'll probably stick with the Falcon, just, you know, so it wouldn't be too easy.
That the enemy special forces unit that gassed the college.
Because if I have an Eagle, I'm going to be using the PLSL.
Damn it! Damn those dirty ukes!
Why didn't you get the enough? I don't know. This is bad. I sent it out on the Discord and Twitters as well. Because I never bank on Twitch acting right anymore. What plane you missed? The F-14A. PLSL, the Star Wars weapon. Pew pew! I know, I love having an X-Wing for my Ace Combats. Oh, it was great. I love the PLSL.
We have to hurry.
Twitch sends notifications from 2 minutes in to over an hour in. Yeah, pretty much.
Connector bridge has collapsed. Close off the emergency doors.
That is true. For the promotional shot of Waiapolo, Trigger is in the Eagle. So an argument could be made for the Eagle by then. But it's also just a promotional.
Damn it! The uke pigs!
Hatred only breeds more hatred. It all just feeds on itself. Only intense hatred could drive them to do something like this.
Nagase, I've repeated my
Attacking a civilian.
tactical analysis of this mission multiple times. Just because you can't see the brilliance of it doesn't mean that it's not tactically sound.
What the hell is going on here? Rumors are starting to spread.
Please do not cross the exits. It is extremely dangerous.
Passengers are stampeding for the emergency exits. There's too many of them. Split everyone up. It's a sea of people. I can't control them.
The enemy's faltering under our air support! Come on! We can!
We can't advance if we're getting shot at from the air.
Oh, come on!
Look at that transport's wreckage! Do they have helicopters and...
How did those miss? Sorry for the yelling, but it's frustrating sometimes. That was a perfect angle.
Ambulances are at the front gate. All right, we're transporting all the injured over there.
Please shut down an enemy.
Look, those planes are on our side. Come on, blow them all away.
We're losing combat strength here. Do something.
Richard, you have to evacuate too. No, I'm gonna help out the security team.
Good kill.
If you could try the stall glitch of the MiG-35. I don't know.
The enemy's attack should be
I don't know what the stall glitch is. Unless you're talking about the Ace 5 stall glitch, in which case, probably not.
Nice kill, Blaze.
Enemy forces annihilated. Airport control tower, what do you say?
Alright, so that was the Bombcat.
Give our thanks to your aces up there. Roger. Operation complete.
Okay.
The enemy forces that tried to capture Apito International Airport have been destroyed.
Alright, so for the next one, we're going to go back to the special liveries.
Additionally, the effects of the chemical.
A rank. Oh well. Now for this one, we're going to go to Mission 14, Ice Cage. And we're going with the F-14D Super Tomcat. Our speed is massively increased, up to 87, one of the fastest in the game. We gained some mobility to 58. We gained some more stability up to 64. We gained some defense up to 61. Our air-to-air is superb with an 81. Although we lost some air to ground, but it's a Tomcat. What do you expect? We have 72 Sidewinders and 14 Phoenixes. The F-14D, this carrier-based F-14 features, well, that's a redundancy in terms. This F-14 features upgrades in radar and weapon control systems. Aptly called the Super Tomcat, the F-14D can handle up multiple enemies at once. So could the A, but whatever. SP weapon, XLAA, the Advanced Long Range Air-to-Air Missile. Air-to-air missile with a very long range that can be fired up to 4 targets simultaneously. The model is the AIM-54 Phoenix, and the only aircraft that can carry and wield the AIM-54 Phoenix is the F-14 Tomcat. The missile was made for the plane.
Captain, please choose my plane.
Which plane am I going up in, Captain? Captain, which plane should I use?
All right.
Going up in this formation? War dog, launch.
The stall glitch where you go to, like, breaking the light speed barrier.
Captain, can you see the POW camp?
Yeah, imagine. Fighter just carried that many missiles in real life. Now, the standard loadout for an F-14 is 2 Sidewinders and 6 Phoenixes.
Taking charge right now. Right, Nagasaki?
And in fact, the 6 Phoenixes are so heavy that the Tomcat can't actually safely land on the carrier with them still equipped. They have to fire them before they can, or just dump them before they land. So, for standard patrols, they'd actually have the Tomcat carrying only 2 to 4 Phoenixes. Carrier wants some missiles. So for your standard combat air patrol, there'd be 2 Sidewinders and 4 Phoenixes. But for the full, oh my god, things are coming, launch immediately, they would launch them with the full 6 so they could engage as many targets as possible.
This is Dobie. Monitoring the camp from the radio room. Everything's quiet so far.
Edge engaging.
You had to fire them, you go as high as possible and go to 90 degrees angle upwards and fire them towards space. They might actually be able to do that. I don't know. No. Like I was saying, Nugget, a full load of 6 Phoenixes, the Tomcat cannot land. Oh, on a runway, on a land-based runway? I don't know. Why do I keep doing that? I don't think so, but I know it can't do it on a carrier. I'm not sure about land-based. So I'll have to look into that.
It's just unsettling not being able to tell what the situation is. You know, I can't shake the feeling that we're being watched. You see a figure behind that window over there? You don't think they found us out and surrounded us already, do you? I heard some Uke bastards talking to each other, I swear.
Uke bastards.
Figure out the number of remaining enemy planes from our pre-flight data. Let's see. There are 5 planes left.
And I've got 8 Phoenixes.
Hurry up with the retreat.
Awesome.
The Ukes aren't that stupid.
You're just playing World of Tanks Blitz on the Switch.
No contact with the control. They must be slacking off again. It's too far from here. Get someone nearby to check it out.
Alright, here we go.
I've got ice moving up on my canopy. Right through the new steering.
This is Colonel I. Do the pilots need anything?
Yeah, I'd like a order of fries and a large Coke.
This is Sea Goblin. Combat has broken out in the camp. You've got control of the airspace now, right?
Oh, hell no.
Good. I like a pilot who's realistic about
It's
the
fun.
situation.
You get until you get your new phone program. Hey, I mean,
Oh no, the enemy spotted us.
if you find it fun, that's all that matters.
Alright, I mopped up the enemies in the area. You can call in the taxi now.
Roger. We're all set. Bring the helicopter into our position.
Alright, let's do an air-to-ground mission. With something that isn't good at it. Oh well.
So they can't land. Clear them out for us.
Hello, lady. Happy New Year. Happy 2021.
If we can hold this area, they won't be able to escape.
Like to order a number 3 with fries and a Coca-Cola. Oh, and no pickles.
The man I must...
Hear that, Sea Goblin? Where's our food?
We have to suppress the anti-aircraft fire first.
This is the gunship. We're gonna sweep the south end of Building B with Gatling fire. Target destroyed.
I don't mind pickles, I just don't want it drenched in it, you know?
Rescue operation.
So like a few pickles are okay for me, but only a few.
The enemy's a well-trained squad of soldiers. Don't let your guard down. Man, this isn't a typical breakout.
Sam!
Quote from Death Trooper, from Larry the Stormtrooper. I could see that. Free pickles are your usual. Now, what I don't like is onions on my burgers. It's not the flavor that I don't like, it's the texture. I just don't like... I don't know why, I don't like the texture of onions. So if you put it in like a powder, it would work. But, yeah, I don't know, I'm weird like that.
Got it. Don't you go anywhere. I'll support the rescue effort. Get those POWs out of there, fast.
Well, where are the next targets?
Nixie, you take the rear. Good luck, man. You got it. Now get going. Man, this is a full-scale jailbreak. You said it. Let's blow this joint.
Let's blow this joint and go home.
AA guns confirmed destroyed.
Kaboom!
Okay, thanks for taking out the trash. We're taking the POWs outside. Can you see their smiling faces? Fuck here. We're coming to pick you up, so be ready. We'll be landing at the designated site. Hurry up and get over here.
No pickles, onions, yummy. Well, everybody has their own tastes. That's what makes the world interesting.
Nagase's actually going down to look.
Nagase, don't go down too close. We don't know if we got all the Sams.
Sea Goblin, is Captain Bartlett there?
And if you get shot down, I'm gonna laugh.
No, nobody named Bartlett here. Hey, what about you? No, not here. None of the other POWs ever heard of him either.
No, that's fine. I wasn't thinking you were criticizing anyone, Nugget. Nagase, what did I tell you?
Damn it, Nagase.
Amen, Chopper. Amen.
After all the captain sent to me,
Opinion on pineapple on pizza. I won't order it, but if you give it to me, I'll eat it.
You all right?
I'm fine. My plane's trashed, but those are always replaceable.
Naive pilot shot down by missile due to her own ego. Classical element of a slapstick comedy. Now comes the point where we all throw our heads back and laugh. Ready?
Heading in to pick her up.
You like pineapple on pizza. War coming in 3, 2, 1.
The gunship crashed! Damn it! The storm's too strong. We can't just leave her behind.
Look, I hate it too, but we have to wait for conditions to get better before we can do anything.
Damn it! Is there nothing we can do?
No, it's a blizzard!
Please, be patient. All we can do now is wait.
Damn it! You said it.
No one says those things after such an incident. Listen.
The POW rescue operation was
S
a
rank.
success, and both the Marines and our friends held
Ham
in
on
camp
pizza's
were
good.
safely recovered.
There's
As for Captain
not.
Nagase, who was attacked
I mean,
and bailed out
I
during the operation,
like pretty much
Colonel
any
Pearl will
meat
issue
on
orders
pizzas,
her behalf.
and yeah,
Central Command will be
ham and
replacing Captain
pineapple,
Nagase's plane with
it
long-
does go together.
None of the rest
So like I typically won't order it, but if you put a ham and pineapple pizza in front of me, I will eat it, no complaints. It's just that not my first choice. Alright. And with that, we have finished the Tomcats. Now, we're back to Europe. Some of Ace 5's radio dialogues are very cold or a little unrealistic. Yeah. But, let's see here. What do we go with now? Oh yes, powder keg. We're going back to Europe for the Tornado GR1. It's a fast attacker with a speed of 63, mobility of 40, stability of 63. It's a tanky girl with a defense of 90, air-to-air of 27, so don't go against fighters with this thing, and a respectable air-to-ground of 73. It has 68 sidewinders, and it has 10 shots of the bomblet dispensers. It's an attacker This attack aircraft is also known as the Tornado. Its compact size, along with low-level maneuverability, helps improve its survivability by avoiding enemy fire. Special weapon, the BDSP, Bomblet Dispenser. This weapon releases numerous bomblets from its body, damaging targets in a long strip of ground along its direction of travel. And the model of it is the JP-233. Alright. So we're going to take this. You're going to take that. And that. And that. What always kind of strikes me most about the Tornado is just how big its vertical tail is in proportion to the rest of the plane's body. Once saw a lonely tornado fly by like 13 years ago. The Tornado 13 years ago. Ding. Or even 15 years ago. Not at all. One of the Tornado's nicknames is the Fin. Well, that would explain the shark mouth that it has, and you're right. The giant tail looks like a shark's fin. I get it. I like it. That's good. That's why we call the Germans Krauts. Sauerkraut. Yeah, I think the British sauerkraut tastes pretty. I've never actually had it. Good old Italian-German rivalry. I'm not sure which European nation the Americans have the biggest rivalry with. I want to say the French, but at the same time, the Brits and the Americans are separated by a common language, so who knows? Although, I think the relationship between the Brits and the Yanks are more like a rebellious teenager and the exasperated father. Didn't even know you had a rivalry with Italy. Well, you learn something new every day, I guess. Discord's having fun over there. Yeah. We're gonna keep the Discord fun out of here, though, because that deserves its own topic.
This is Edge. Target acquired.
Fox 2, the transport facility is under attack. Enemy fighters.
Ah, shit.
Outflanks, bring your air defense units further back. Don't let them penetrate our airspace any further.
It's an AA missile. Can you tell where it was fired from?
Nope.
Neither can I. Be careful at low altitude.
I like the Tornado, except for this model, just because I don't like the bomblet dispensers. But with the armed with the SODs and the fighter model of this one, I actually love it. I love the Tornado when it comes to that.
The armories in this area have been destroyed.
And in A6, if you're gonna do an air-to-air mission on your attacker-only run, you want the Tornado.
The enemy's confused. We should keep hitting them.
The outside world is something else. That's for sure.
Missile hit! Helicopter shut down!
Yeah, in here, it's a world with no meaningful boundaries. Comes to Scotland versus England at sport. That's like Kansas versus Missouri.
Biggest mirage I've ever seen.
A sport rivalry backed by blood. A world with no boundaries.
It's a key strategic point.
Warning! Missile! Missile! The enemy is spread out over a wide area. Repeat, the enemy is spread out over a wide area.
Warning lights will be going crazy.
Boom!
Hold your fire. You're not going to hit anything from here.
Kansas City, Missouri versus Kansas City, Kansas. Actually, yeah. In Kansas City, we're split between the Missouri side and the Kansas side. However, if any outsider decides to cause some shit, KC Mo and KCK will close ranks so fast, it'll make your head spin.
Have we silenced the enemy yet?
The shells are all exploding. We can't get near them.
Because this is Chief's Kingdom, baby.
Too far. It's out of control.
And Chief's Kingdom stays together.
Here comes a shockwave. The ammo dump's blown up.
The armories in this area have been shut down.
Alright, we just got 2 left. And we got 5 bomblet dispensers. Nice. Yeah, that's what I like about the Ace Combat community. I've been able to meet so many people around the world just from my stream, or my Ace Combat streams. And I really like it. Because just in this chat alone, we've got somebody from Germany, somebody from Italy, somebody from Scotland.
You too, huh, kid? Let's hurry up and get this over with.
That's what you're really thinking, right, Captain?
I know in my Discord I got somebody from France.
Yeah, it just feels thick all around me.
Fox 2! Shack on the target.
And I think... I'm not sure if he's in this chat right now, but I know for the first half we had somebody from the Middle East. I'm not sure exactly where in the Middle East, though.
Fight off our entire army. You want to lose this war, then hurry up and destroy the enemy. Cannon out of fuel.
Warning, inbound missile. Fox 2! Missile hit.
Yep, I guess you could say, you know. Sorry, I'm not at you.
Chopper, shut up.
Getting a little annoying. Concentrate on your mission.
Hey, I know you're stressed, lady.
Well, excuse me, Princess Nagase.
Be careful while you're taxiing for safety.
That was an old Legend of Zelda reference.
Weapons released.
Always, watch your special weapons reserves.
This place is lost. Evacuate. Hold your ground. We can't have the soldiers on the front lines fight with their bare hands.
Kaboom! Well, excuse me, Princess.
It's over.
Mission complete. Let's go home.
Nagase.
Yeah,
You gotta say
this is the only tornado that I don't really like just because of the special weapon. Every other tornado I love. It's a great plane to fly.
so. Cheer up a little, huh?
I'm kind of actually sad that the tornado is no longer licensed, or able to be licensed. I'm not sure what the deal is with Panavia, but the tornado is a great plane.
The targeted ammunition stockpile facility was destroyed. With this operation, we have cut off
Like a
one of the
giant
lifelines.
ski. Okay. Now, for the next one. Oh god, my corrected tweet just sent out. Okay, so everything's going screwy with me today. Woohoo! Now we're gonna do what I like to call the Give Starscream Flashbacks mission, aka Mission 18 Fortress. Starscream is telling me to go dance with the angels. Ah, that's hilarious. So we're gonna do the Tornado GR4. Let's see here. We gain mobility and stability, as well as some defense. Even everything is improved from the GR1 to the GR4. We got a speed of 63, mobility of 51, stability of 71, defense of 92, air-to-air of 37, and air-to-ground of 82. We have 72 Sidewinders and 12 SODs. The weapons control system of the Tornado GR1 has been modernized to improve survivability, maintainability, and ease of use, resulting in a refined attack aircraft. Panavia as a company has been wound up. You'd probably have to get permission from all individual manufacturers and pay them individually. Cost. Yeah. Or what they could do is just have the Tornado and just not call it the Tornado. Call it like the Finn or something. That might work. But it's a shame because the Tornado is a great aircraft. I do like it. SP weapon, Standoff Dispenser. Numerous bomblets are dispersed from a guided dispenser that flies over a locked-on target, effective against targets along a straight line. And the model is the MBDA Storm Shadow. It's also can be found on the Rafale, but we'll get to that later.
Captain, please choose my plane.
Captain, which plane should I use?
I do like this livery, though, best of the Tornadoes. I don't know why, it just looks like it would fit in Northern Europe the best. I think this is the standard RAF livery for the Tornado as well. Correct me if I'm wrong, Nugget.
Anti-air capabilities. Should we go ahead and launch anyway?
Yes! Don't question me, Nagase! I know what I'm doing. I'm not drunk.
Check your plane and prepare for refueling.
I also like how the
File to refueling craft.
fuel nozzle here can retract out of the way. It's a nice touch.
Yards to go.
A little more, a little more, a little more, a little more, a little more. Okay. There we go.
Continue current flight path.
Hold position. Drifting to the right. Blade says Joy-Con drift. Yeah, he does. My Joy-Cons have that problem really bad right now. Fortunately, I normally just play Pokemon, so it's not that big of a deal. It's mainly the right Joy-Con that's drifting.
We're getting air support from Sand Island today. Roger
It was the standard livery until they decided the GR Tornadoes were to be painted air defense gray. Oh, I'm sorry about that. WD-40 specialist helps. I'll have to keep that in mind. I don't have any on hand right now because I'm poor, but
Let's finish this up quick so we can get home to our families.
all right.
Engaging.
Edge engaging.
The key to doing well in this mission is kill the pillboxes as fast as possible. Tornado's been retired from RAS service. Yeah, I can imagine that.
Confirmed destroyed. This is the final obstacle before the enemy's capital city.
Non-conducting one. It helped you with the drift. With the drift problem, the Joy-Con. Okay, I'll see if I can find any. Like I said, it hasn't bothered me that much because it is the right one, and it is also the it's also Pokemon. So, I mean, it's not like I need precision movement.
For today, I won't have to. I see it. The Colosseum is still in operation. This is the third attempt. Remember, there will be no fourth time.
Also, this mission kind of reminds me of Rogno Fortress a little bit.
This is the third time.
Although I prefer Rogno Fortress to
Ready for takeoff. Meeting air.
Saruk Fortress.
Excellent. The enemy's speed is dwindling.
SOD fired. Activating fire and forget guidance.
Oh, you're playing Mario Maker and Breath of... Yeah, that, you need precise movement for that one.
Close air support effort.
Captain, it's up to you to prioritize the targets for this attack.
If we break through here, the capital's just ahead. Sorry, no visitors allowed. Run along home now. Watch out for enemy planes. We're dealing with the Rosgrees here.
I can't believe we have to capture a fortress this huge.
Allied planes overhead. This is the Fer-de-Lance Armor Brigade. Requesting orders to penetrate the fortress. All right, roger that. Air support is with us. All Fer-de-Lance units, forward.
Fer-de-Lance.
HQ to first platoon.
There we go.
Roger. Nice work.
Oop.
First barrier cleared. Wow, in record time, too.
So today was the last day for Adobe. Now you can't get your childhood game to play. Oh no! That's right, Adobe Flash is gone.
Keep your takeoff rolls short. Begin launch. Climb as steep as you can.
Goodbye, Newgrounds.
Use max mods. Get shot cover. Evenly go. This is the only way. You've got to carry out your mission.
This is the way.
Taking off from Fortress Runway. They're sending reinforcements.
Adobe is dead.
Counterattack.
This is Mission 1. Commence
Goodbye, soccer superstars.
This is Tarantula. We're halfway through the fortress.
Yeah.
Let's keep going like
It is salute in the chat for our fallen Flash games. They will never be forgotten.
Their attacks are so deadly, it's frightening. I can see how they'd be like demons to the enemy. Not even the Rosgrees would be able to dodge these missiles. These guys are even better than I imagined.
These pilots are good. They've got some sharp moves.
I hit it.
Lure them over here. We'll attack you from both sides.
This guy's good.
Defense network destroyed! Damn it! These guys are unstoppable! Ground forces are inferior. They might just overrun us this time. Looks like we'll be able to enjoy the view.
On 12th January, Flash will ask you to uninstall it. Oh no.
Don't let your guard down. Get back to the rear.
We're breaking through.
Anyway, at this rate, we'll be able to make up for all that lost time. Do they think 3 planes are enough to take us on?
These guys are tough. I can't let my guard down for a second.
You think these guys are tough? They're pansies.
The fortress exit. Should we go outside? Please advise.
Yes.
We'll break down the gate. Thanks for your instructions from above.
You need a password? Oh no.
You're gonna run
Okay.
Captain's almost out of special weapons ammunition.
I'll be fine.
Those guys are gonna blow away the entire fortress.
Enemy tank destroyed.
Continued resistance.
Flash will live on your laptop forever as a relic.
All right, come on, keep going.
Enemy tank. Confirmed destroyed.
Boom!
Our troops are falling. We can't maneuver. King Cobra, get out while we can still provide cover. Concentrate your attack on the areas of least resistance.
Enemy facility confirmed destroyed.
You only have 3 planes to deal with. No need to panic. I've heard of the 4 wings of Santa, but I only see 3. Don't you know? Only good little boys can see the 4th one.
Oh.
Get the Roscrees over here now. Our lives are depending on them.
Please let us make it in time.
We made it. Another fortress wall. Take it down. We skewered them.
As you can see,
Excellent.
easy going.
Been successfully captured.
You just gotta know which targets to prioritize. During what phase. Fuck that mission.
The so-called impregnable fortress fell in half a day, and the momentum of the Osean army had reached a peak. Its final
Or fly
stand
like a
was
mad lad and destroy
the
everything.
Iranian army was setting up a barricade in the urban
Well,
area up ahead.
This mission was easy for me because I started with Ace Combat 6, and one thing that Ace Combat 6 teaches you to do is cover your allies and take out things that could hurt them. So when I came to this one, I was like, oh, well, this is going to go at that. I was able to instinctively know where to go and cover my allies. So I did that mission the first time through, no problem. You got your A6 13 years after release. Same for me, but replace 6 with 5. You don't have an Xbox 360 or a 1, so you probably have it on Zinnia. Alright. Now, we go to mission 15 for white noise. You have the game though, fine. Ace 6 is my favorite of the series. It's also my first, so there's a lot of bias. But I thoroughly enjoy that game. He will kill you if I replay that mission. Don't worry, Starscream, that was the only plane that had Fortress as its mission, so you don't have to see it again. At least during this series. Alright. You'll be watching. The Tornado F3. Gained some speed at 73. We gained more mobility and stability, but we lost stability. It's 59 and 60. Defensive 91. So for a fighter, this is a tanky sun gun. We also have a 74 in air-to-air, but a 37 in air-to-ground. We have 68 Sidewinders compared to the 72 from the GR4, but we also have 10 Skyflash missiles. It's a fighter variant of the Tornado GR1 with a focus on air superiority. The fuselage is extended to accommodate an interceptor radar that tracks multiple targets simultaneously. SP weapon XMAA, and the model is the BAE Systems Skyflash, which is essentially the British version of the AMRAAM. Now you can tell it's a Skyflash and not the AMRAAM because of those. See those spikes on the end? I looked it up, Yukio. I love this sort of nerd trivia, so I looked it up. And actually on Acepedia, it will tell you that the Tornado in this is using the AMRAAM. It's not. It's the Skyflash. And the way you can tell is the Skyflash has missile fins similar to that of the Sparrow, whereas the AMRAAMs are much smaller. So that's how you can tell. I don't know if it's been fixed or not, but Sly, you might want to check that. Oh yeah, definitely get the Xbox One over the 360. Ace 6 is backwards compatible with the Xbox One, and there is no danger of the Red Ring of Death.
Which plane am I going up in, Captain?
Alright, you're going up in the Tornado.
Captain, which plane should I use?
Remember when the Tornado replaced the Phantom and started flying out of Lukers? Oh yeah, lockdown in Germany till the 10th. I guess my feeling on it is I am thankful that in Kansas City we are not locked down. We have the mask order, but we're not locked down. So businesses are still open. And the way that I guess we Midwesterners look at it is we think it's kind of annoying, and most of us aren't quite sure exactly how it helps, but if it keeps the businesses open, we'll just do it. Yeah, we've only had the one lockdown at the beginning of in the spring. We, knock on wood, we don't have another one, but yeah, in the American Midwest, most people are just wearing the masks and keeping the businesses open because it's important to keep people fed. If people aren't working, they're not eating.
We're launching with this formation then? War Dog, launch.
But fortunately, there does seem to be a light at the end of the tunnel with the vaccine coming out. So hopefully we don't have to worry about lockdowns for very much longer.
Pay attention to the changes in the signal's pitch and tempo.
Right. I'll try to get a bearing that has a better response. Fox 2!
I love the coloring of this Tornado. I love the blue sea flanker type thing.
Sensor on your HUD? Okay, just checking. Make sure you don't miss Nagase signal.
But now I kind of wish that Ace 6's Tornado had an air-to-air weapon,
Hey Blaze, did you see someone below?
because I would use it a lot more if that was the case.
I thought I saw someone moving. Maybe it was just my imagination.
But the problem is that in Ace 6 the Tornado is rather poorly equipped for an attacker because the A-10 has our Lord and Savior RCL. As for so I honestly think that the Tornado could be a very good multi-role in Ace 6 if they gave it air-to-air weapons, but oh well.
Gradually getting closer to Captain Nagase. That's a jammer craft.
It's being jammed!
11 o'clock. Something just moved in the forest.
And come on, we gotta kill this.
We need the enemy pilot alive. Roger. Leave it to
Oh god!
We don't have any time. The enemy's right there.
Alright.
You idiot! Hold your fire!
They're firing at me. I'm moving away.
It was only used by the RAF in small numbers.
It's right around here.
Okay, that makes sense.
I'll be all right. No Blaze will come for me.
Blaze,
Alright, we found her.
This is Seagull. War Dog, have you found her? Roger. Good job. You have good eyes. We'll move in for the rescue.
Alright, we're gonna take out the ground units
Enemy fighters for us.
as we head towards Sea Goblin.
Missile hit.
Missile, turn hard.
Blaze found her princess. You mean his princess.
Base safely.
You do that, and I'll rush you guys. Whoa! There's still enemies on the ground. Over here. I'm the one you want.
Blaze found his waifu.
Bastards! I'm not letting you near that copter. Hurry up, guys. What are you gonna do if the enemy catches her?
Calm down. We're going as fast as we can.
This is Sea Goblin. The enemy's targeting us.
Oh, they did? Okay. That is interesting.
Every single plane that comes near the helicopter.
I bagged one.
So the different models of tornadoes actually had different radars to specialize them. That is very interesting.
This is Archer. Roger.
Bye-bye.
Say from the helicopter. Is she all right?
Enemy fighters. They're coming this way.
This is Seagull.
Damn it! You got the helicopter.
Crap! I got distracted by the ace. Shoot. Oh, gotta do it again.
This emergency locator beacon is our connection to Nagasaki. Let's hurry up and find her. Hang in there, Nagasaki. Pay attention to the changes in the signal's pitch and tempo.
Right. I'll try to get a bearing that has a better response. Box 2, box 2.
Kid, do you understand how to view the distress signal sensor on your HUD?
Yes.
Okay, just checking. Make sure
We're hunting the alicorn, right?
signal.
Okay. I can keep going.
Enemy planes above. You see them?
protect Blaze. I'm the one being protected.
Hey, Blaze, did you see someone below us just now?
No.
I thought I saw someone moving. Maybe it was just my imagination.
It's just imagination once again.
Kid, I'm gonna split off and search, okay? Roger, I'm splitting off. I got footprints this way. We don't have any
The bombers couldn't, the interceptors couldn't drop bombs and the bombers couldn't fire the Sky Flash. Well, the bombers could use, well, that's because the Sidewinder is an infrared. It doesn't rely on radar, it's a heat seeker.
That's a jammer crap.
It's being jammed.
11 o'clock. Something just moved in the forest.
Roger. Concentrating all fire towards targets on our nose.
Box 2, box 2.
The captain's missile hit the target. Response up and increasing. She's right around here.
Box 2.
Ow! Stop it!
Yo, kid, don't eject on me, okay?
Cover me!
Chopper, Roger, I'll cover you.
This is Sea Goblin. War Dog, have you found her? Roger.
Yep.
Good job. You have good eyes. We'll move in for the rescue. While we're on our way, eliminate those enemy fighters for us. We need to make sure this place is safe.
Whoa! There's still enemies on the ground.
Don't worry. We'll take your princess back to base safely.
You do that, and I'll worship you guys.
I'll shoot down every single plane that comes near the helicopter.
Over here. I'm the one you
War Dog, you found her? No.
bastards. I'm not letting you near that copter. Hurry up, guys. What are you gonna do if the enemy catches her?
Calm down. We're going as fast as we can.
Die, Skyfly. This one's a full trolling run. Yeah, I like doing that too.
Hey, so this Captain Nagase, is she a hooker?
Why don't you rescue her and see for yourself?
If she's hot, I'm asking her.
Well then, you can find out how tough her guard is too. Come on, just hurry up, will you?
Come on.
6 miles.
Ha, there we go.
Enemy force
No,
advancing.
damn it.
Can you take them out for us?
Roger that. You take care of the rescue.
Fuck you, Ace 5's tracking.
Go, Captain.
Is the rescue team back yet? Did they pick her up? Okay. You okay with the special weapons reserve?
No.
Don't take them on by yourself. Climb and fight from above. Miles, we're gonna have to rely on you on the ground. Hold through for us, okay? Roger that. We owe you one from yesterday.
That's definitely her. I can see her flight suit from here.
Damn it. I think the enemy helicopter spotted the pilot.
They fitted bombers with sidewinders. Nice.
The captain shot down a bandit.
He's at your 6 o'clock. Great right. Shake him off. Hurry.
Nice kill.
2 miles.
Lose the missile. Lose it.
Corporal, you deal with the pursuing units. I'm gonna save the princess.
Freezing rain, hail. What? Yeah, I think it just stopped snowing here in KC. But we got a lot, so that'll be fun cleaning up tomorrow.
I was just about to lose it, man.
Bye bye.
Fox 2! I bagged one!
All right.
Ba ba da 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 da.
Ready? Go! Go! Go!
Rescue team dropping from helicopter.
I was really worried there for a while. You got a towel? I need to wipe all this sweat off my brow. Say, Blaze, I think that song's perfect for a time like this, you know?
No.
Really?
Had to walk the pupper after dinner. Poor pup got so bit. Oh no. She gave me the, but it's not birthday look. Oh, poor pupper.
Our combat.
Give her some scritches. Alright, and now for the last member of the Tornado family. We're going back to Blind Spot. For the Tornado ECR. Last Tornado gets mission 27. No. No. We lose some speed, but gain mobility and regain some stability. We have a defense of 80, air-to-air of 59, and air-to-ground of 63. So overall, the ECR is the most balanced, stat-wise, of these four for the game. Blaze lands. Get in, I'll take you back. Nagase sits on his lap with her arms around Blaze. Oh, Starscream with the shipping. We're armed with 70 Sidewinders and 5 charges of the ECMP. This is a jammer-type aircraft, electronic warfare aircraft based on the Tornado GR1. It's playing out a vital role in protecting its squadron from enemy threats using its radar jamming capabilities. Don't forget the smooch. Hey, I'm not saying don't ship Blaze and Nagase. I do too. I'm just saying it's... And then the ECMP, Electronics Countermeasure Pod, and the model, I believe, as best I could find, was the BOZ-100 Sky Shadow. If I'm wrong, please correct me so I can fix it, but I believe that's what it is.
Captain, please choose my plane.
Which plane am I going up in, Captain? Captain, which plane should I use? So, we're going up in the War Dog launch.
Hey, kid, did you take a listen to that song?
No.
Listen to it? Back of the coin is a
I didn't listen to that one, I listened to Danger Zone. I told you.
Archer, engaging.
Edge engaging.
Blaze, engage.
Oops. Chopper, engaging.
Due to current circumstances, we have been forced to set foot on Yuktobania with weapons. However, our true enemy here is the Yuktobanian military who
You always gotta remember Nagase, it's a knockout punch too. Gotta love a girl with sass.
Undetected.
Blaze, no, I listen Daredevil.
Maintain current heading. No stragglers. Don't leave anybody behind.
radar lock. Fox 2, Fox 2.
Actually, wouldn't he be listening to the Unsung War?
All these planes?
You think every enemy plane in the area is up and flying?
Well, let's ask them. Hey, how many planes you got?
I love the special color with the paint. It
Report from the Eloy.
kind of looks weird, but then with the swept wings, it comes back.
Many signatures on radar. Kid, Nagase, how about you?
Blaze can see the future.
No,
Now-
there's too many signatures showing up.
You don't think...
Does the enemy have a tally ho on us yet?
Tally ho! E67 or E767 up there.
First Lieutenant Chopper, jammer aircraft.
So it's a trap?
Yep.
Could this be? I know jamming.
You fell for it hook, line, and sinker, Chopper. Way to go.
I feel better now.
Blaze, I like Puddle of Mud. That's right, Blaze is listening to Blurry.
Got to be somewhere close. Let's take care of them first.
Don't let the jamming confuse you. Repeat, don't let the enemy's jamming confuse you.
The enemy radar flips disappeared. Several of them at once.
Damn it, our cover's blown.
I would sing it, but I don't want a DMCA, so
Wish to work hand in hand.
you'll just have to pretend I'm singing it.
Citizens of Yuktobania for this operation.
And Blaze is taking care of his kid while Nagase's in space with Pilgrim. Yeah, stay-at-home dad of the year, Blaze.
No friendly IFF squad. Confirmed. Enemy aircraft approaching. They're all retreating together like one big happy family. Damn, this is the biggest withdrawal in history.
Fox 2, Fox 2.
We let them get this far inland?
Initiating EC.
There you are.
We can't hold on for long. Don't panic. We're still okay. This is our sky. Don't let them barge in here. That's a mountain range down.
DMCA sounds something like the Village People. Well, the DMCA laws were originally to protect creators from copyright or fraudulent copyright claims under fair use. So as long as you're
I'm not into special effects.
whatever you're using the copyrighted material for, if it was satire or transformative, review or educational, you didn't need permission from the copyright holder to use it. However, it's been corrupted. How does Ace 5 and 0 E? I don't know. I don't think it does. But no, DMCA has been been misused by copyright holders, and it's been a legal nightmare. Because the law was written at a time before streaming and YouTube was even a thing.
College. Whoever's violating orders, cease fire immediately.
What idiot's doing that?
Attention, units operating in sector Charlie Omega. Attacks on civilians.
And in the United States, laws take forever to be fixed.
I'm no joy. I don't see a thing, and my radar's clean too.
This is Edge. I'm not showing any aircraft like that either. Are you sure?
Multiple casualties. Get an ambulance over here fast. Damn it, they are sealed bastards. This is Thunderhead. War Dog, did you engage in an attack on a civilian facility? Roger.
No.
So you're sure you didn't do this?
Why would we do that? Weren't you watching from up there?
Don't break formation.
Thunder Blockhead, worst AWACS.
So we're just gonna watch them die.
That's what I hate about war. No matter who starts it, it always comes.
I will die on that hill.
Hey,
Yes.
sure our planes are gonna make it to the base. All our chambers are shut down. Damn, Clark
My list of best AWACS, number 1 would be Longcaster. I love Longcaster, he's awesome. Number 2 for me would be Ghost Eye.
Continue your escort mission.
Um,
Just one more thing we have to take care of is all.
and 3 would be Bandog.
The captain shot down the enemy.
4, simply because we didn't get enough of him, is Okanieva. If we got more of him than just the last mission, he would be much higher on the list because he's hilarious and needs to be protected. Eagle Eye is number 5 because he's a consummate professional. And Sky Eye is also tied with Okanieba. So, tied for 4th. Consummate professional, but there's not much else. No. Fair enough. I mean, I like Ghost Eye because he gets in on the banter with the other Amerians. But Sky Eye doesn't really. He's a professional. And there's nothing wrong with that, it's just, I don't know, he seemed kind of boring to me. And half the time Thunder Blockhead just doesn't know what the hell's going on. But I think everyone can agree that Longcaster is the best.
We have succeeded in halting the Yuktobanian army's airborne...
Alright, so we are finished with the tornadoes. Now we head back to Mother Russia for the next family. And for this one, we stick with Blind Spot because it's another SAAM user. And this is an interception mission. But here we go, the fat fucker itself, the MiG-31. An impressive speed of 97, the fastest of any base model aircraft in the game. The Thick 37. The Thick 37 fat fucker. Woohoo! Fat bitch! We have a mobility of 53, which is downright abysmal for a fighter. And a stability of 49. We have a defense of 85, which is wrong. It should be weaker than that. But this is Ace 5, so who knows? We like big butts. Well, the MiG-35 and MiG-31 has got a big one for you. Take a look at that thick badunkadunk. It also has a respectable air-to-air of 77, but only in the long range. And an abysmal air-to-ground of 30, but it's an interceptor I don't expect it to be fighting ground targets. Yep. This plane was developed to intercept oncoming enemy planes at high speed. Codenamed Foxhound, its design is better suited for high-speed one-pass attacks rather than dogfights. Amen to that! Now that is one big, fat, juicy jet. I think it's ugly as sin, but... I mean, if y'all like the MiG-31, go for it. The special weapon is the SAAM. We get 14 of those, as well as 70 atolls. Also, the model of the SAM, this thing right here, that is the R40R Acrid.
Please choose my plane.
Which plane am I going up?
Captain, which plane should I use?
We're launching with this formation then?
Alrighty.
War Dog, launch.
We like thick butts and we cannot lie.
Hey, kid, did you take a listen to that song?
You imagine Okinabe as a practical joker.
It's a masterpiece.
Bend it on your tail. Gotcha. Ha ha ha. Now I present to you Thick Squadron.
Box one, blaze, engage. Whoops, chopper, engaging.
Under current circumstances, we've been forced to set foot on Yuktobania with
Yes, Thick Squadron. I like it.
true enemy here. It's the Yuktobanian military who started this unjust war.
Alright, now to turn the radius of the state of Alaska.
No stragglers, don't leave anybody behind.
Unbelievable!
We gotta bag all these planes?
Think every enemy plane in the area is up and flying?
Well, let's ask them. Hey, how many planes you got there? Man, this is making me cry. Report from the LOE, picking up something on radar.
Okay.
There's way too many signatures on radar. Kid, Nagasaki, how about you guys?
Nope, not at all.
There's too many signatures showing up.
Hey, you don't think...
Where did it go? I lost it. Oh, there it is.
Keen insights, will you please? What's up?
First Lieutenant Chopper, jammer aircraft.
So it's...
How many planes you got up there? Enemy goes, Drolf. I don't know what that means, but I assume it means a lot.
Ghosts aren't so bad once you figure out the trick behind them.
Where are the jammers?
Also, I apologize for butchering
Care of them first.
the accent
Don't let the jamming
and pronunciation.
Repeat, don't let the enemy's jamming confuse you.
It didn't. Trigger uses MiG-31. Avril think Trigger's a hot dog.
With the citizens of Yuktobania for this operation.
Sorry, Avril, it's just a normal
To follow this
31.
The enemy radar groups disappeared. Several of them at once.
No friendly IFF squad. Confirmed. Enemy aircraft approaching.
Concentrate on shooting down the enemy jammer aircraft. The transport can wait.
Get out of there. What are you
It's made up of German number 11 and 13 merge. Ah,
doing? As it gets.
gotcha.
We let them get this far in. They're all retreating together like
Boom!
happy family. Damn, this is the biggest withdrawal in history.
You think this is a big withdrawal? Oh my god.
Don't be exposed flying like this. Calm down. It just means
What about the general ISAF withdrawal from Stonehenge at the beginning of the Continental War?
I'm not into special.
Oh wait, he's Oseen, he doesn't care. I withdraw my statement.
Therefore, I ask you, citizens of Yuktobania, do not fear us, but rather join us. Hey, you think it's gonna be that easy?
No.
So either.
No, 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 no. There we go!
Interference.
Gotcha, bitch!
Even radios. Heads up. That's a big...
I have no idea what you're saying there, Chopper.
Jam!
ACCM. Restore communication link.
It's gonna be that easy, Blaze. Yes, too easy.
The Ocean planes are firing on us.
This is worse than the missiles in World of Tanks.
Whoever's violating orders, cease fire immediately.
Thickest, or the thick of thickest.
Attention. Units operating in sector Charlie Omega.
We'll call it Sheridan missiles.
Forbidden.
That's right near us.
Hell, that's where we're supposed to be operating. You see those idiots anywhere?
I'm not to it. I don't see a thing on my radars.
This is Edge. I'm not showing any aircraft like that.
Boom!
Are you sure?
Thickest brick ever. Yeah, for a brick, it flew pretty good.
This is Thunderhead. War Dog, did you engage in an attack on a civilian facility?
Yes, totally.
Saying?
Why would we do that? Weren't you watching from up there?
It's called sarcasm, blockhead. What's that taste like? Damn it!
That's what I hate about war. No matter who starts it, it always comes to this.
All our chambers were shut down. Damn, our covers.
But if you shorten the wings a bit more, you can use the MiG-31 for F-Zero.
And engage the enemy.
I actually can see that.
Squadron, stay close and continue your distance.
Today's stream is sponsored by the Thick Bricks. I'm sorry, the Thick Bricks.
This is our sky. Don't let them barge in here.
Too late. Already barged in.
Can't hold them up for long. Don't panic. We're still okay.
31's ass is so thick. Rock the stick from side to side, it twerks.
Gotta make it to the base. That's a mountain range down below us. Even if you eject, you won't survive.
There. I'm twerking. I was just hitting the yaw.
Fox 2!
Feel free to clip that, by the way.
Target hit! Blaze, Fox 2! Missile hit!
The captain shot down a bandit.
Blaze, watch your special weapons reserves.
Blaze, Fox 1! Approaching gun range.
Blaze just shot one down.
Locked on.
F-Zero is a Nintendo high-speed racing game.
Nice kill, Captain.
Last plane confirmed shot down.
Mixed with anime.
Transports and jammers in the local airspace have been eliminated.
Miley Cyrus now wants to know your number.
We have succeeded in halting the Yuktobanian army's
S-Rank. And now, for the next one, we go back to Ice Cage. Which is even more appropriate given the color scheme. Look at this thick bitch. And it's even got snows. Still no mission 27. Because I don't think I even have it in any of them. I'm picking the missions based off how well they show off the given plane's characteristics. But yeah. So the MiG-20 or the MiG-31 M still has a whopping 97 speed, but we gain some much needed mobility with a 63 and some stability with a 56. Defense is the same, or is a little bit better. Air-to-air is increased, but air-to-ground is still abysmal. And we're equipped with 74 ATOL missiles and 14 XLAAs. Elsa's fighter jet. A redeveloped MiG-31 with sweeping improvements. Modified exhaust nozzles support increased engine power, and flight controls have gone digital. Radar and weapons control have also improved. And the special weapon is the XLAA. And the model, as you can see from down there, that's what the M is for, marshmallow. That is an R-37 Axe Head. But before we take off, I am going to need to take a quick break and stop at the little pilot's room. Hail Hydrate, yeah. I've been needing to keep drinking because my voice is starting to wear out, so I'm gonna get a refill on that and take a quick restroom break. So I will be back. You can look at the lovely Elsa plane while I'm gone. And now for a word from our sponsors. Alright, I have returned. You got Genshin Impact and COD Black Ops. Alright. So here we go. Go to the M.
Which plane am I going
Go
up
to
in?
the M.
Which plane should
Go to
I
the
use?
M.
We're launching with this formation then? War Dog, launch.
Now, hopefully, our snow paint job gives us some camouflage, because we're in the snow, right? Right?
This is Archer. Captain, can you see the POW camp?
No! It's fucking blizzard!
We'll see it soon. You think the captain? I mean, Captain Bartlett, you think he's in there?
I bet he is. He's probably busy cussing out all the other POWs and taking charge right now. Right, Nagase? You're not still blaming yourself, are you?
Fighters, I can hear the roar of your engine.
Kaboom!
This is Sea Goblin. Man, I thought if I joined the Marines, I'd get to work on tropical beaches all the time. We've safely recovered the POWs. Guess our copter's not here yet.
Yep, the 31M's ass is just as good at twerking as the other ones.
Island, right? Hey,
damn it.
This is Toby. Monitoring the camp from radio.
Muscle memory, guys. I've been playing a game of late where the map is on the start button instead of the pad button, so it's if I press pause, that's the reason.
We've cut off the enemy's lines of communication here. Just able to tell what the situation is. You know, I can't shake the feeling that we're being watched. Hey, did you see a figure behind that window over there? You don't think they've found us out and surrounded us already, do you? I heard some you bastards talking to each other, I swear.
I heard you bastards.
Figure out the number of remaining enemy planes from our pre-flight data. Let's see. There are 5 planes left. Hurry up with the retrieval. The Ukes aren't that stupid. There are 4 planes left. Oh no, the enemy spotted us. They're heading for the radio room. They found us. A little earlier than
Well, that sucks to be you.
tell the guys on watch to come back.
Is the stream dying? I don't think it is.
Combat has broken out in the camp. You've got control of the airspace now, right? Good. I like a pilot who's realistic about the situation.
Got no audio now? Uh-oh. Does everybody else have audio?
Barricade the door with those desks. Don't let them enter the radio room.
Okay.
2 enemy planes left.
I'll distract the enemy.
I don't know what's going on with your playback there, Nugget. Hopefully it's just Twitch being Twitch again.
Take that down, soldier. Along with us. 1 enemy plane left. All right, I bumped up the enemies in the area. You can call in the taxi now.
It's back to normal now? That's good. That could have been your internet.
All right, here. Ground's still crawling with weapons installations, though, so they can't land. Clear them out for us. Don't get us confused with the enemy. We're gonna fire back. I've got a special delivery of bullets here. Where do you want me to drop them off? Got it. Don't you go.
Oh, it's alright.
I see the POW camp. The man I must... The people we must
I
help
mean,
are in there.
always report if you're having problems with the stream. I might not be able to do much better, but at least it'll give me an idea of what's going on.
Everything going all right down below?
I think we're almost there. Don't give up.
Let's get this over with before nightfall. We're screwed if they blow up our helicopter. Don't let them retrieve the POW. You have permission to fire. We have
Ah, motherfucker.
This is the gunship. We're gonna sweep the south end of Building B with Gatling fire. Target destroyed. Give me the next firing point. Sam, confirmed destroyed. The helicopter's coming closer. We gotta do something about that thing.
1980s nuclear disarmament talks. That's a topic I wish I knew more about. I'm assuming you're referring to the SALT treaties, right? I don't honestly know much about those, other than The Soviets went ahead with them because they were running out of money. And we went ahead with them because we realized, oh my god, we have so many nukes we could blow up the planet.
You said it.
Um,
This joint.
but the SALT treaties were basically to limit the amount of nuclear weapons that the United States and the Soviet Union could have. And as a result, I think at least for the United States, we pretty much got rid of all of our airborne nuclear warheads. So, like, dropped from the air. So, bombers, nuclear-tipped air-launched missiles, all that. I think we got rid of those.
POWs outside.
We drastically reduced the number of
Fuck here. We're coming to
Minutemen
We'll be landing at the
ICBM sites,
over here.
land-based ballistic missiles, but we didn't really reduce much of our submarine-launched ballistic missiles. I don't know exactly what the Soviets did, and I don't know the numbers for anything that the United States did, so don't quote me anything, but the SALT treaties were essentially the beginning of the end of the Cold War.
Sea Goblin, is Captain Bartlett there?
It was the first sign that the Soviet Union could not keep up with the production power of NATO and, more importantly, the United States. Um,
One more time.
Damn it, Nagasaki.
But I think the SALT treaties are largely being ignored nowadays because, for one, the Soviet Union doesn't exist anymore, politically speaking. Although I think Putin's trying to get the Soviet Union back. And
Fine. My plane's trash. Those are always replaceable.
the majority of people that are wanting to get nuclear weapons
Sea Goblin to gunship.
weren't in the SALT treaties to begin with.
You guys rescue her? Roger.
So they're kind of
Getting worse. We'd better step on it.
not, almost not relevant anymore.
Heading in to pick her up.
But yeah, I wish I knew more about the SALT treaties. But I just don't.
The gunship crashed.
Damn it. Storm's too strong.
And I feel bad for not giving you your points worth. So if you want to
Look,
switch to something else,
to wait for conditions to get better before we can do anything.
you can. Or I can just give it back.
What we can do?
Please be patient. All we can do now is wait.
Damn it. You said it.
Alrighty, so we got an S rank. And that is it for the thick bitches. The fat fucker. Just use the subject you're good on. Well, there is one I've been meaning to do, but it is kind of politically charged of late. But I promise I won't be speaking on it in political terms, other than just strictly civics. But I'll do that as soon as we get to the next plane. And the next plane is the F-15C Eagle. It is a fighter. It has 83 speed, very respectable. 54 mobility. 61 stability, 60 defense, 73 in air-to-air, and 37 air-to-ground. It has 70 sidewinders and 10 sparrows. Cypher wannabe. There is none. Nicknamed the Eagle, this air superiority fighter boasts top-class maneuverability and superior payload capacity, as well as outstanding mission survivability. And it is armed with the AIM-7 Sparrow. Also, the Eagle maintains one of the highest kill ratios recorded in aircraft history. Over 130 kills to 0 losses. And that is the combined record of the United States Air Force and the Israeli Air Force. Eagles have been lost to pilot error and training accidents. Yeah, thanks mainly to the Israelis. But the F-15 has never faced defeat in the air.
Please choose my plane.
Which plane am I going up in, Captain?
So I have to give it top marks.
So, we're going up in this formation? War Dog, launch.
But anyway, so the topic I've been meaning to discuss, but I've been putting it off for a while, is something that's in the United States Constitution. And is important to this day. It's in bad need of reform. And that is the Electoral College. Now, I'm not going to use any specifics from any election. So, this is going to be strictly political theory and civics theory. That's it. But according to the Constitution, yeah, we do see the same missions over and over again because most days 5 missions are very gimmicky. And I'm trying to show off the capabilities of the aircraft, not the missions. But anyway, the Electoral College was designed originally because the Founding Fathers didn't think that farmers were educated enough to vote for president, so the Electoral College did it for them. Now, how it's supposed to work nowadays is more or less its purpose has shifted. Now, because the populace is educated enough, what's supposed to happen is the people in their district vote for who they want the president to be, and the elector assigned to that district votes for that candidate. But there are a number of problems. What do you think? I have no idea when 8's coming out. But as it stands right now, the Electoral College doesn't necessarily reflect what their state voted for. And so there's a lot of problems. One major problem is the fact that the electors are secretly chosen by the party that controls the state. So no one knows who the elector is, and therefore we don't really know how they're going to vote. Also, they're not bound to their district. Because how each state has their... Like, take Kansas, for example. Kansas has 6 electoral votes. That's because we have 4 congressmen in the House of Representatives and 2 senators. Each state is like that. They have this equal number of electoral votes as they do the number of their... Sounds like elections. It's not supposed to be, but it gets complicated real quick because we're Americans and we don't do anything simple. But as of right now, typically whoever or whichever candidate wins the majority of electoral votes in a state, they take them all in a winner-take-all sort of thing, which I think is absolutely stupid. Also, the electors aren't necessarily, depending upon the state, bound to vote for what their state decided to vote for. All right, Yukio. Have a good night. Thanks for joining. Now, what I would propose for the Electoral College is, I wouldn't say abolish it because it does protect the minority. And by minority, I mean the minority vote. Because in a red state like Kansas, see you, Nicola, a Democrat would have no reason to vote in the in the president because, well, let's put it this way. Over 51% of all Americans live in two cities, New York City and Los Angeles. And if we went with popular vote for everything, then two cities would decide the fate of a country bigger than the whole of the continent of Europe. I don't know about you, but that doesn't sound right. It doesn't sound fair. Because what's good for New York City isn't necessarily good for, say, Alaska. Or what's good for Kansas isn't necessarily good for Florida. So protecting the minority vote in that regards is important. What I would end up doing is I would basically do three things to reform the Electoral College. One, the electors are publicly known. You know exactly who they are, and they are chosen not by the parties, but by a third party. So there's no chance of corruption. Two, they are bound to their district. So if, say, the Kansas Congressional 3rd District voted one way, that electoral voter has to vote that way. And then I would make it where it is not winner take all. So in Kansas, if the say the 1st, 2nd, and 4th districts voted for Republican, and the 3rd district voted Democrat, then the Republican would get those 3 votes, and the Democrat would get 1. As for the senator votes, they go to the winner. And if there's a tie, they get split because every state has 2 senators. That way, it would more accurately reflect the popular vote, but still give smaller states a chance to have their voice heard. Oh yeah, I love this mission. But the Electoral College is necessary, but it is deeply flawed in the way it's run right now. But it's an important part of American civics. No, the F-15 SMTD is not next. It is going to be the Strike Eagle next. But don't worry, we will end the stream with the STMD. Alright, that concludes my TED Talk on the Electoral College. A deeply flawed but necessary part of American government.
Roger. Operation complete.
Hopefully that didn't bore you too much, but I do like talking about American civics because I find it interesting. I just hate the politics that everyone dumps on it. So
The enemy forces that tried to capture
hopefully it wasn't too horribly boring for you. Anyway, next mission and next aircraft. We're going... That's right. We're doing a desert mission. Tech talks about Nutella next. 2020 snacking. I can't do Nutella because I'm allergic to it. It has hazelnut. The F-15E Strike Eagle. Which isn't an attacker, it's a multi-role. Or whatever. Speed of 73. We lose some speed. And some mobility. Or actually, we gain 1 whole point of mobility. But we gain a lot of stability with the 71. A lot of defense. Lose some air to air, but gain some air to ground. Multi-attacker. We have 76 Sidewinders and 14 cluster bombs. Yeah, it is. The electoral college is definitely confusing. But with any kind of it's very hard to be completely fair. We do the best we can, but no matter what you do, somebody's going to get shafted. It's just trying to limit the shafting to as few of people as possible. Anyway, known as the Strike Eagle, this F-15 variant is the ultimate attack craft, adding full-scale ground capabilities to its superior aerial combat ability. The SP weapon is the SFFS, Self-Forging Fragment Submunitions Bomb. Free-fall bomb that fragments into numerous bits of shrapnel, capable of damage over a wide area if dropped from a sufficient height. And the model is the CBU APAM. It's complex as hell. Yeah. We're Americans, we don't like to do anything, I mean, why do something simple when you can make it overly complicated and a nightmare to try and figure out?
Captain, please choose my plane.
Which plane am I going?
Captain, which plane should I use?
Are we launching in this formation?
War Dog, launch.
Man, this is ridiculous. I can't believe they chose our next mission with a damn coin.
I actually like Mission 16B, the ground-based one. I just wish you had more ammo for it. But this is the first plane that I think has sufficient ammo to do the whole thing.
Roger that. What did you just say? Time for the parade. All tanks, begin your advance. Dogsum Air Force. Requesting close air support on the way to our target.
Let me clarify again. Our mission is to capture the oil facility.
This is where you don't get the ace.
The Air Force to provide us
Oh.
with their support. All we need to do is move forward.
This is Lynx 1. Attention.
I forgot where it is. But yeah, I've only gotten this ace once.
Requesting close air support. Let's up the ante. Copy.
Well, that was disappointing.
Lead enemy tanks are in firing range. Requesting permission to engage.
Man, the Air Force rocks. I wonder if I can file for a transfer. Man, if only this desert was a beach. The infantry wants to rendezvous with us. Hurry.
I mean, you could call it a beach, an inland beach. It's the beach of a dried up
The enemy mind is
ocean.
Fox 2! Fox 2! Missile hit!
Rapier 6 been shot down.
This is Doxon. Enemy tanks destroyed. We've broken through their barricade.
Which of these missions features the Vulcan? I think it's the
Still brand new and untuned.
16A. This is 16B, so I don't think the Vulcans are going to be here.
Fighting. Shut up and hand them over.
Captain, did I ever tell you about my brother?
No,
I have an older brother. If he's okay,
because we need more Vulcans.
get them before our own fighters snag all the kills. Load and aim your main gun. Don't fire by mistake.
What the hell?
Some people to drive the tanks. Here comes the enemy's welcoming committee now.
That didn't hit a damn thing!
Get excited.
Don't get your weight out there. This is Lynx 1. We're preparing to advance on a fortified enemy defense position. It'll be difficult to take this position by ourselves. Requesting immediate close air support.
Close air support request from our ground forces.
Hurry up! We're just barely holding on to a position.
We'll attack the enemy ground force and support our forces' advance.
Yeah, this particular one is Desert Lightning. The Vulcans are in Desert Arrow.
We can't advance unless we crush them from the air. Allied craft overhead. I don't care where they land. Just drop all your bombs right here.
You got it!
Okay, here it comes. Everyone take cover somewhere. Anywhere. Hurry!
Moment of silence for those people who never said no.
Stop them at our defense perimeter and force them back. This is
I mean, I didn't like Four Horsemen, so...
Defensive line. These guys must have had a lot of time on their hands.
Get the captain. The enemy's launched a major attack.
He changed from the B-52s, the Bears, and the Blackjacks. Fair enough.
Tanks won't be enough here. They'll need air support.
Enemy tanks are on the offensive again. Here they come.
This is Black Knight. Multiple enemy tanks ahead. Requesting immediate close air support. Repeat.
Nimrods are the funniest named plane, in my opinion.
Attack and destroy the enemy tank force at your discretion.
They named him after an insult. You Nimrod.
We're sitting ducks down here. We can't even retreat. We're receiving direct fire from enemy tanks. Our only tank destroyer's been knocked out.
I guess the miracle over Osprey Straits was no fluke. The four wings of Sand Island are above us? This is Lynx 1. Enemy defense position destroyed. Enemy position captured. Gather up the POWs.
Nimrod is a name used in a Shakespeare play. I don't doubt that.
Enemy transport planes are dropping something. Do you think they're dropping us some beer as a welcoming gift? Yeah, I wish. Those are airborne tanks.
Blackjack is named Blackjack not because of the plane itself, but it's the NATO reporting name. And NATO reporting names for Soviet bombers are... The convention is it has to start with a B. I mean, I don't mean to brag, but yeah.
This operation is going to succeed. We have a sitrep from advancing Allied forces. Listen up.
The Strike Eagle looks so great, though.
According to plan.
With the conformal fuel tanks and the even the dual seater looks good. And normally dual seaters based off of single seat chassis look kind of derpy.
Call sign Dragonfly. We got these coordinates from HQ.
Enemy tanks are closing in on your position. Even if we had support tanks for you, they'd be useless if you stay there. Fall back!
We've got orders from Division HQ.
Jeez, you idiots! Screw the Division HQ! Look, enemy tanks! Retreat! Retreat! There's one! Our howitzers are caught right up in front of the enemy tanks!
When in doubt, just drop it right on top of them.
Come on, guys! Good work, Air Squadron! You're the only ones I can rely on for support out here. To hell with that stupid Division HQ!
Bad news. Apparently we have the Rospreys flying above us.
Hey, kid, you think we're really gonna make it at this base?
No.
You're right. We better not let our guard down yet.
This is Johnson. Airborne tank force destroyed. So welcome get that was. The enemy is frighteningly accurate. Be careful. Direct hit! Enemy tank stop!
I'll hit the main force and the reinforcements at the same time.
My plane and I are gonna drop from exhaustion in this heat. Severe damage taken from the Rospreys. Please advise. The demons won't have any mercy.
Guess the reporting name for the MiG-15 was thought out before it became a prominent term in U.S. language. Yep. And I will not say it because I don't want to get banned. Needless to say, Well, I think it's also British slang for a cigarette, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, the NATO reporting name for the MiG-15 is probably not something you should say. Because bad things could happen to you. No, I know you weren't. I was agreeing with you. Your point was probably correct. It probably was determined way before that term gained a new meaning. Oh yeah, the Su-57 Falcons are great. I like that code name.
Roger. I'm gonna go out for a bit then. Chopper, splitting up.
The Allied forces are struggling. They're waiting for us.
Where's our air support? Are we supposed to fight by ourselves?
Yep.
It's getting harder to tell them apart. Which ones are the enemy?
The enemy's scattered.
The ones that are shooting at you dumbass.
In your vehicles, run as far away as possible.
Ground forces have begun to penetrate the facility. Standing by in the air.
This place is an easy target. Retreat and move to a different location.
Is that right, Grim? He's in the Sand Island Squadron?
Don't drown yourself, Hans.
I've intercepted an enemy transmission. What are the demons of Rosgreaves?
What are you doing? Wait! Fire!
Locked on.
There are some massive gas explosions going on down there.
I'm telling you, Kid could single-handedly turn the tide of this war. It's almost scary. This is Dalmatian, advancing towards enemy right flank. Damn it, number two's been shot. Where are they? Where'd the shot come from?
Dalmatian! Dalmatian, respond! Dalmatian!
If you're looking for the armored vehicle unit, they were hit by artillery from the enemy pillbox.
Underhead, this is St. Bernard. Take care of that threat on the right flank for us. That's the doorway to the enemy's rear.
Doorway to the enemy's rear, huh? Oh my.
Visual on that enemy position.
Nope.
The pillbox on the enemy's right flank. We received a request from the ground force. I'll leave the decision to you. We have a sitrep from advancing Allied forces. Listen up, Gordo.
This is Carson 1. We suffered some losses, but we can still carry out our mission.
This is Lynx 1. Enemy resistance is fierce, but we're still managing to move forward. You got that? Continue support. Over.
Yoink.
The enemy airfield's right in front of us. Do not fail. We will keep moving until the capture is complete.
Rosgreaves? Those planes I see up there now? You idiot! What good is talking about that gonna do? Open fire before they do!
This is Thunderhead. Operation proceeding smoothly. Victory is just a matter of time now. Continue sweeping up the remaining enemy forces.
Dalmatian.
Kid, do you recognize those voices from below?
Not at all.
Really? I keep hearing these familiar voices.
Again, sarcasm.
That park transport plane got hit! It's engulfed in flames!
There's a bunch of weird pipes running through here. Be careful.
That's an enormous ground force down there. We're supposed to destroy them?
I can dodge this one. I know it.
Damn it! The enemy's broken into our position! Firefight at the western corridor! The enemy's bringing out fighters. Can that bunker take air attacks?
Gotta take out the enemy units taking up the rear. This is Lynx 1. Oil facility successfully captured.
Hear that, guys? We successfully captured the oil field that is now on fire.
That's like 1,000 years worth of your salary. The enemy soldiers we
I love it how Osia's definition of captured is complete and total annihilation.
Apparently that Rosgreaves refers to the four wings of Sand Island.
Mechanical parts discovered in destroyed enemy facility. We'll have the ground forces retrieve them later.
The enemy's penetrated the airbase! We're out of options!
Watch out for tanks, but keep an eye out for infantry
Bink.
Under attack from enemy aircraft. Engaging in anti-air combat. Those enemy planes have pinpoint accuracy. They just blew up the communications room. If we don't get the reserves of the left flank, our defense line's gonna collapse. Demons are just overwhelming us. Where's the demons gonna hit next? What's going on?
Total annihilations. Oceans being dumb Americans.
Finally gave us some work we suited for. Need the time. Fall back 200 yards. Bring the vehicles out of the transport plane.
Enemy resistance thinning out.
Hey, the American military isn't dumb. They're just like, okay, they told us to blow it up. We'll blow it up.
Colleague, try not to run over any of our infantry. Shoot everything that comes into view approaching our position.
Marion soldiers just don't question things anymore. Like, yeah, it's dumb, but hey, that's what I get paid for.
Enemy reinforcements up ahead. Where's our support? Chopper, box 2. Where's the missile coming from? Tell me. Which tank is that? You got hit and crushed in the planes. Damn it! We just lost another vehicle to those guys. Communication lines cut off. Can't contact Command HQ. Shiva, shoot them from over there.
Sam, destroy.
Jack on the target.
Thunderhead can check parts of prototype in a destroyed hangar, but cannot see Watchdog or War Dog not attacking civilians. Exactly.
Box 2. Target hit.
Bandits in gun range. Our squads are in total disarray. We're gonna get picked off one by one. This place isn't damaged too bad. Keep fighting. Box 2, box 2. Bandits in gun range. Box 2. This is Thunderhead. Enemy reinforcements have been spotted upstream of the river. There's a surface-to-surface missile platoon and... You gotta be kidding me. They've got a battleship.
They got a battleship.
Stop their fire.
He's not called Thunder Blockhead for a reason. Exactly, Nugget.
Boy, we're lucky, aren't we? Always running into monsters like this. Hey, kid, you mind if I give up already?
Sure, just leave your plane.
Damn! Incoming artillery!
Their force is incredible. What should we do?
Oh my god!
Enemy forces retreating! Go after them! Kid, are my eyes screwing up on me or what?
I think your vision's just fine, Captain Chopper.
I'm rolling in to attack that ship immediately.
I'll fire a direct hit on the enemy battleship.
Enemy battleship firing main cannon.
I bet you can see.
How?
it from miles
How do you
around.
know?
Captain, please attack the enemy battleship.
Vehicles spotted on coast, including MLRS units.
Anyone within range of the impact, take shelter immediately!
Not gonna say I do whatever the hell I want.
We're going after the Ilpor!
I see them. I'm going in.
Damn it! The Roscreeds are rolling in on our position! Man, first subs and now battleships? You first, kid. I mean, Captain.
The captain's missile hit the target.
Counting down. 3, 2, 1. Fire! Bowie Street teams in position. Ready to attack. All turret. Fire at will. Yo!
Bye bye.
Forces are in trouble. Let's do something. All right! Enemy battleship exploding. They did it!
Whee!
Don't let the Roscreeds approach. Swat them down. I feel bad for you guys, really.
Somebody get this guy off my butt.
Roscreeds, which battalions are still alive?
Archer, Box 2. Ground force is taking severe damage.
Fox 2, Fox 2.
Oh, they're fine.
They're trying to kill us all. Sam, destroy. Impact confirmed. Logan X Volley. Enemy long-range support.
See, they're fine.
Threat to Allied ground forces has been eliminated. Mission complete. Return to base. Blaze,
to touchdown. 2 miles to touchdown. 1 mile to
Unfortunately, you
touchdown.
can't land on the taxiway. That'd been hilarious. All right, we've got one more plane left to go.
Stand by and prepare for your next sortie.
And that is the F-15 ST or SMTD. With a speed of 83, mobility of 89, one of the highest we've seen so far, a stability of 81, defense of 66, air-to-air of 94, and air-to-ground of 58. We have 80 Sidewinders and 14 AMRAAMs. An experimental aircraft with thrust vectoring nozzles and canard wings, developed to research air combat maneuverability. It performs so well in tests that it was deployed for actual combat. Yep, this is the F-15 with canards. Special weapon XMAA, and the model is the AIM-120C AMRAAM.
Captain, please choose my plane.
And we are taking the Belkin
Captain, which plane should I use?
skin for it.
Formation, War Dog, launch.
Then we're going to end with the journey home.
I'm proud to be able to fly like this.
This is a ceremonial flight. Watch your manners, kid.
Oh, shut up.
Everyone, form up and don't stray apart from each other. Okay, Blaze?
Nope.
Just try to hold
As Sly demonstrated, we don't need to do shit. So we're going to take our own tour and go over the wonderful river that's just asking for you to dump a plane into to survive an ejection.
Begin your ceremonial flight.
As we can see, the river is leading into the city. It's nice and winding. There's some buildings right there. Lovely. Lovely. Oh yes, more skyscrapers. He did it blindfolded. European canards trio. F-15 with canards. You look stupid and ugly.
Captain, you're
I-
falling out of formation.
I can't say you're wrong, Nugget. I'm not a fan of the SMTD.
Blaze,
And looky here,
center of
a
the-
nice big pool. No,
Looks like it's shifting a little away from center.
where it turns. Your red-headed hexadecimal non-binary transvectional demisect. That's too many alphabet soups, Vinny.
That's you, kid.
Don't worry, the MTD is a great aircraft. I just don't like the canards on it. It looks weird, in my opinion. But I mean, it's an F-15, so it always looks good. It's just, I don't think it needs the canards. But I don't know.
Captain, please don't do anything weird.
This marks the end of your flight. Good work, War Dog.
Kind of makes it look like it's got big. It does. It makes it look like it got big ears.
People of Osea, please lend an ear to this broadcast. As your vice president, I stand here on behalf of the president of Osea. Listen to your fellow countrymen.
Although in real life, the MTD never really got out of prototype phase.
Against Yuktobania,
It was a demonstrator.
that they will not drop their weapons until Yuktobania has surrendered. Now, I want you to listen. Listen to me!
Ah, great. Here comes
Thunderous applause.
Wait! That's all! Citizens, please, stop this!
Thoughts and blessing flight. Day turns to night.
That isn't exactly rock and roll, you know.
Who cares? Hey, they want to get along with the enemy too, right? Man, this song's got soul.
This is Thunderhead.
All right, here we go. The best air-to-air battle in the game.
Stay down in sight. Secure the airspace until we go.
Which is why I picked this for the SMTD. To fully show off its air combat capabilities.
Base tried to scramble fighters, but the runway was blocked after someone crashed on takeoff. I'm calling for reinforcements now. It'll be 6 minutes before the nearest squadron arrives.
Roger that.
So we're on our own until then?
Hey, wait a minute. Whoa, they're still singing. Why aren't they evacuating the stadium? Where's the air raid siren?
It's gone, Chopper.
Are you saying the enemy's invaded this far inland? Are you sure those planes are headed for this stadium? How could they time this so well? Were they listening to the speech too? Is this the Yuke's way of expressing
It's like they scrambled disarmed.
Your objective is to keep civilian casualties as low as you possibly can.
The enemy's targeting a public rally. They're singing for solidarity with Yuktobania down there. Why now?
Yeah, the flankers have been dropped, or dropped the canards, so yeah, I'm not sure how effective they are anymore. I guess it depends upon the aircraft.
Our allied planes will deal with the unknown.
I think with the advent of thrust vectoring, canards are no longer as necessary for mobility.
Get the people on the first floor out that way. Once they're out, get them as far away as possible. All right, let's think about our priorities here.
Locked on!
One ain't shut down. Damn Rosgreaves.
Because most of the flankers that have dropped the canards
But they can't get out that fast.
have thrust vectoring capabilities, so they don't technically need them anymore.
Get the damn
Same with the Felon.
your mouth and take out those enemies.
Aye, aye, sir. Now you're talking.
Our air defense system's a wet paper bag. How can the enemy penetrate so far inland?
Because our A system is a wet paper bag.
I'm still okay.
4 minutes until reinforcements
It's Swiss
arrive.
cheese.
Just as we were briefed, there's only 4 of them. That may be enough. These are the Rosgreaves after all.
I feel like we're being sent to die as some sacrifice.
Somebody go up to the front of the
Obviously, canards wouldn't be good much good. Exact. Yeah, no.
people at this first.
Canards will ruin your stealth profile, which is probably why the Raptor doesn't have them.
Till the very end, you idiot. We've got to protect these people.
Wow, real dogfight. I kinda wish I could stay and watch.
Shut down. The enemy's all over my back today. Are they singling me out or what?
Charge in a good position here.
Chopper, box 2.
Flash one fighter! You request backup from the local police. Warning, enemy radar is tracking your every move. 3 more minutes.
Yeah.
What's the point of this mission? God's sake, watch yourself. Let your captain hear that.
You can thank those damn warmongers for all this. If you're gonna attack the vice president. The rest of us just want peace. I guess we just took a step back on the road to peace.
They won't be able to evacuate the citizens in time.
Fighter shut down.
Kid, this is Chopper. Are the reinforcements close? Sound
No.
Damn it.
think that Typhoon's canards make it look like it's got a mustache. I mean, yeah, I can see it.
The main gate's swarming with an angry mob. See spectators running for their lives.
He's got the mustachio.
There's too many of them. Hang in there. 2 minutes until Allied reinforcements arrive.
Okay, I'll get ready to pass the baton. Attention all units approaching November City. I guess they had us going too.
What? Who is this?
That was a pretty good drill they got going. Anyway, drill's over.
Kind of nod to the archetypal RAF airman.
CCM! Restore communication link!
What the hell happened to that?
Planes aren't coming! What's going on? Reinforcements are on the way. Just hang in there. Damn it! None of the bases are responding to me. What don't you understand? There's an air battle above the stadium. Fox 2! Look at that!
They don't believe you, Thunder Blockhead, because you're Thunder Blockhead. They might think, oh,
Let them take control of the air.
he's fucked up again. Woo!
Too many! There's too many! Fox 2!
How about the air battle that's taking place overhead? Make up an excuse. Just point up. There's your excuse. Why are we evacuating the stadium? Points up. Oh yeah, no, that's very effective. Also, the banging rock track kind of feels wrong. Like, you get the sense that something's off.
Target hit.
Burn it down.
Whoa, he's firing! Fox 2!
Which I think only adds to the immersion.
Flash 1 fighter!
Because it puts you on edge. Ratchets up the tension.
I'll buy you as much time as I can.
This decreases maintenance costs.
Missile evaded! Radar lock! Fox 2!
Yeah, I guess that would make sense. Taking the canards off would make it easier to maintain.
I don't have a key for this. Can I shoot off the lock?
Warning, the enemy is locked onto you.
Fire a missile at me, huh? Oh, you're asking for it, man.
Chopper, Fox 2! Target hit.
Edge. Fox 3.
Locked on! Fox 2, Fox 2. Fox 2.
Kid, I shot down another bandit.
Firing. Radar lock. No enemy formation.
Actually, I think the Rafale would look weird without the canards.
Are they inbound to the stadium? They're dead set.
Happy 21, Chuck. Welcome to the tail end of the stream. Sorry if you got the notification too late.
Are you alright? You've been hit.
Yeah, we're showing off all the aircraft, and right now we're on the F-15 SMTD. And I said the best mission to do this on was the best dogfight mission. The stream's been well when Twitch hasn't been weird.
Is anyone in contact with those fighters overhead? Just 4 planes? Can they defend us until the evacuation's complete?
No.
Calm down. We'll just have to trust the Air Force.
Chopper, can you bail out?
Well, that's kind of difficult right now.
All airborne aircraft do not return to base. November City is still under attack. This is not a drill. Repeat.
There's nothing but houses down below. Can't leave this plane yet.
Kid, you see any place where I can drop this plane?
Yeah, the river.
So where?
The stadium, Chopper. Can you hear me? Drop it
God
at the
damn it,
stadium.
Nagase!
Bail out. Do you understand?
No! The river! The river! Bail out in the river! Oh, Nagase, you got someone killed. Then bail out! Or, you know, fly to the edge of the city and bail out there. It's not that far.
Chopper, I'll cover you.
If he had bailed out when he first got shot, he would have been fine. The reason why he couldn't bail out was because he waited too long.
All right, just keep flying.
Also, if he bailed out in the river, he could have shot his canopy off and climbed out that way before the plane sank. Now I know because of the writing, he's written to die, but
Forget about it, Chopper. Just
the
bail
way
out.
they handle it was kind of, well, stupid in my opinion. Because I think November City was supposed to be a lot bigger than what it is. And I don't think there's supposed to be a river right by the stadium.
Now get out.
Okay, I'm only going to use the gun right here because I want to save my missiles for the second part. God damn it, Nagase. Starscream, his canopy release wouldn't blow because it had taken sustained damage. If he had bolted immediately, he would have been able to. Or if he just dove into the river, he could have shot the canopy open with his pistol.
These guys are no demons. We can take them. Right. Engage the remaining enemy fighters.
I dumbfired that Sidewinder and killed it. Eh.
So this is what those demons are really like.
Bye-bye. Yeah, anymore, I don't get sad at this anymore. I get mad because Chopper didn't have to die. So I get mad, not sad. If that makes any sense.
This is the true power of the Rosgraves. Don't lose your
Yep.
confidence. We can still beat them.
Say goodbye, bitch. Ejection seats are based on electrical circuit anyway. Yeah. We could have also done the invert and stay in the inverter. I'm going to shoot your canopy off.
Enemy reinforcements inbound. We should separate from the fight soon.
But no, Chopper died because Nagase told him to put it in the stadium, and in order to not kill any civilians, he waited way too long. After the mission, Nagase walked up to Blaze and cried while Blaze was holding her. All the while, Blaze is going like, "Why did you tell him to drop it in the stadium? There was a river right there."
Wardog, thanks for holding out for us. The reinforcements are here. Enemy planes retreating. We just got word from the ground. Except for a few injuries and the confusion following the evacuation, there were no civilian casualties in the stadium.
Fuck you, Thunderhead. Alrighty then. That concludes the stream. Hey, we got an S rank. This concludes part 2.2 of the Ace Combat 5 showcase. Thank you all for bearing with me with Twitch's problems. Hope you're enjoying it so far. Tomorrow, in Mass Effect, we'll be doing Noveria, and on that mission on Noveria, there is a very important decision you all are going to have to choose about the Rachni Queen. And there will have massive Mass Effect 3 repercussions depending upon what you pick. And there are no take-backsies, so once you make your choice, that's done. So I'm looking forward to that one tomorrow. Monday, I continue trying to make my way through the Bitter Black Isle in Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen, hoping I won't die. As I make my way to the boss. How many pawns will we go through? Because we already lost Cloud. Anyway, and then Tuesday, for Ghost of Tsushima, I have cleared the map of all the southern island of Tsushima, or the southern part of that island, Tsushima. I haven't done any of the quests. I haven't done anything that requires interaction, but I have opened the Fog of War and got fast travel points for all those points. So we will be rapid firing, collecting things, petting foxes, and killing Mongols. So, really looking forward to that. And then I don't know if I'm going to be streaming Wednesday. If we are, then Raz and Floof will continue their campaign of mayhem and chaos on Pandora in Borderlands 2. If not, then it'll be next week, or the following week. And then Thursday, we continue the story of Star Wars Squadrons with the Imperial pilot Baron Soontir Fel. And then finally, next week, probably around 2 in the afternoon, we will finish the AC-5 aircraft showcase, starting with the Su-27 flanker, and we will continue all the way through the ADF-01 Falcon. So that's one I'm looking forward to, because that means I can move on to another showcase. But again, thank you all for joining. Have a happy new year, and I will see you all later. Have a good night, everybody.